All right, check out our new sponsor, Greenwood Stocks. They want you to know how to be able to trade stocks and be your own boss and be free to travel the world by making passive income. We all need that passive income from stock market. What are you waiting for? Call or text 281-760-3170. If you didn't catch that, that's on your screen. Or check them out at social media, Greenwood Stocks, and catch them at Gmail, greenwoodstocktrading at Gmail. And the YouTube channel is Greenwood Stocks. Appreciate them for giving me the opportunity. Check them out. We out. All right, man. Will Smith. Let's get to it, man. Mike sent this to me. Shout out to Mike. He says, Will Smith says Jada Pinkett wasn't the only one who had an extramarital relationship. All right. Let's talk about it, man. They're in an open relationship. I think people knew this shit for years. So, but some people think the relationship wasn't really open. That's what people say. They didn't think the relationship was really open because just somebody cheated on somebody and then somebody cheated on somebody and they just stuck together. All right. But it says, let me zoom in on this. Are we going to Zoom? Hold on. Now let me zoom. Hold on. But now let me zoom for some reason. Let me see something. Let me zoom on the other one. So right now, there we go. So he says in GQ's November issue, fans received a preview into what Will Smith revealed about his marriage to Jada Pinkett in his upcoming memoir. So it says, and it was just done. This article was done yesterday. It says that some couples have nothing to hide. Take for instance, Will Smith 53, Jada Pinkett Smith 50. Who have shared just about every detail of their 23-year marriage, including Jada's relationship with August Alsina during a brief separation from her husband. Now, 13 months after the bombshell revealed, Will is looking back on his infamous July 2020 Red Table episode where he joined his wife to discuss a period of non-monogamy in their marriage. All right. Mono means one. Poly means multiple. When asked about GQ, why they wanted to have a frank public discussion for the world to see, the actor didn't hesitate to explain, quote, the pursuit of truth is the only way to be happy in life. Quote, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air shared with his publication, quote, and we sort of came to an agreement that the authenticity was released from the shackles of fame and public scrutiny. In other words, when you tell the truth, you have nothing to fear. Okay. Quote, Jada never believed in conventional marriage. Will continue. Quote, Jada had family members that had unconventional relationships, so she grew up in a way that was very different than how I grew up. There was significant, endless discussion about what is relationship perfection, what is the perfect way to interact as a couple, and for a large part of the relationship, monogamy was what we chose, not thinking of monogamy as the only relationship of perfection. I think, relational perfection, excuse me. As a part of the interview, Will shared a draft of an upcoming memoir, which surprisingly does not discuss any outside relationship. While the mission, he said, quote, we have given each other trust and freedom with the belief that everybody has to find their own way, and marriage for us can be prison. Will explain. And I don't suggest our role for anybody. I don't suggest a role for anybody, but the experience that the freedoms that was given to one another and the unconditional support, to me, is the highest definition of love. While many viewers of the Couples Red Table episode left thinking Jada was the only one engaged in a sexual relationship, Will told GQ that was not the case. As for the unforgettable photo of Will looking upset at the end of the episode, the actor made it clear he wasn't emotional about anything his wife said. Instead, he was just playing tired. Quote, it was midnight and we were going on vacation the next day, he explained. It was like, no, guys, I'm not sad. I'm effing exhausted. All right. The GQ's November issue hits newsstands October 19th. All right. And it is what it is. Like he said, he not forcing, I'm paraphrasing, but he said for the most part, he's not forcing nobody to believe what they believe in. He said Jada Pinkett seeing different, he seen different. When she growing up, she seen poly. She seen poly relationship where, her family members was, and then again, people think about it, man. people we've been practicing, Europeans tradition of marriage. If you believe you from Africa, a lot of the countries in Africa practice poly relationships. But people over here practice poly relationships and they still not happy. And they still go outside the triangle and cheat. So you got to think about that too. She from Baltimore, so I mean, they kids are kind of if you look at their kids, you've seen the practices that they believe in have influence to their kid. You can look at their kids and tell they don't care. Hell, I think when their kids kind of got older, people started to question some of the shit, and they had to come out and eventually talk about it. So, at the end of the day, man, that's what they chose to practice. I don't really care. I mean, more people trying different stuff and not just believing in traditional marriages anymore. But then again, either way, it ain't been proven to last. Either way, it's not been proven a perfect way to live. It depends on the couple. It depends on the circumstance. It depends on the situation. If you in a poly relationship and you got kids, you know what I'm saying? Do you want to see, do you want your kids to see different partners coming in and out the house? Or you just gonna, do your thing in hotels and just live a lot? Eventually kids pick up on shit because parents talking, kids ear hustle. No matter how big the estate is or how big the house is or how big the car is or RV is, kids gonna find out. So it ain't like you gonna hide it. We can see the influence on their kids right now. It ain't like you can hide it. So at the end of the day, when you do things like that, like when you got two women raising the kids and two guys raising the kid, come on, most people think that kid not gonna grow up to be heterosexual, bare minimum bisexual. So, at the end of the day, I don't really care what people do in their other yards. You can suggest it. You can tell me the benefits and the pros and the cons or the negativity about it or what you did about it. But ultimately, it's up to you to find out. Your significant other will find out what you want to do. I don't frown on nobody stuff. I don't frown on people who practice Christianity or practice Islam or practice, Mormon, whatever you would choose to practice. That's you. I don't, judge you. I'm gonna judge you if your house nasty. I'm gonna judge you if you funky, you musty. I'm gonna judge you on shit like that. If you hang around me, that's just my opinion. But this was worked with them, and people could say they weird or whatever, but they happy and they still together after 23 years. You would say, well, my grandparents were together after 50. It's different. To be together through, when they was married, to be together through 97 till now, through the social media era and through the late 90s, and through 2000s, that's tough. Especially the social media era where, mistresses and side chicks don't know how to play their part and they want to be seen to be number one. That's tough. And they still together after their kids grown. And shout out to their son, man, because he be Jaden, he be doing shit in Flint, and people forget about the water crisis in Flint that's still going on. He's still helping Flint. So ultimately, their kids ain't in the news for killing, shooting, doing stupid shit. They raise their kids the right way. Say what you want to say. They law-abiding citizens. So they must be doing something right. They was famous doing movies and music, and they still have connections with their kids. They still know what their kids do. They still, it ain't like you ever seen that movie, The First Kid, when we was growing up. If you born like 90s, 80s, remember that movie where his parents, his dad was the president, his parents didn't pay him no attention. It seemed like they gave their kids plenty of attention. Shout out to Sinbad, by the way. He was in the movie. It's on Disney Plus if you ain't seen it. First Kid. Okay. So, like I said before, they succeeded in a lot of different ways. 23 years of marriage, they succeeded. Will's birthday just came up. They succeeded. Come on. A lot of people got mad when she said that, when they said that, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought there. When she said that she wanted to know how to be love and what true love is, people got mad at her. I'm like, that's fucked up. That's messed up. You know what I'm saying? But then again, she still stood up for Will, though. Say what you want to say. True love is subjective. She can say what she want to say. It's subjective. You've been in true love with your son and your daughter. If you ain't been in true love with Will, true love is having kids and being in love with kids, man. That's true love. That's unconditional love. Unconditional love is true love. You might not go find unconditional love from the opposite sex or the same sex. A lot of people think they didn't find love from opposite sex, they're gonna find the love from the same sex. That's not how it works. True love is having grandchildren. True love is your children having children, and you able to love them unconditionally and be able to get the benefits of having children and not having none of the negativity and cons of having children. Because come on, they're not your children. You get to watch your kids go through what you went through. You able to be, information. You able to be an encyclopedia to your kids. Having true love is holding your firstborn, your second, your third, your fifth, whatever it may be. That's true love. You probably not gonna find true love in the sense of its true essence from a relationship. You're gonna have your courting, that little puppy love y'all first get together, but true love is subjective. So people need to work. You need to understand that true love is when you hold them grandbabies, when you hold your firstborn. That's true love. So that's what that is. They're not gonna have perfect love. They're gonna go through shit. They're gonna go through turmoil. They're gonna go through turbulence. But 23 years later, resiliency, they still here. So, like I said before, I understand what she's saying, but at 53 years old, 50 years old, it ain't gonna happen. Not in the sense that you want it to happen. So, I mean, it is what it is. And like he just said, I was tired. He looked tired. His eyes was bloodshot red. I believe Will. He looked tired, but what they do is what they do. If you believe in it, cool. If you don't believe in it, I ain't got nothing negative to say about it. So that is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Facebook group. If you want to reach out and advertise your channel, video questions, chop it up, whatever, hit me up. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Best way to donate: thumbs up, share the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the music and entertainment playlist, current news playlist. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Appreciate the love, support. One time. Peace.